everybody. Please let me know if you can hear me because I know my microphone is always fucked up. Good evening. Hi everybody. Thank you for coming. It's like the hottest night ever. I'm gonna die. Jesus Christ. I look really terrible. I'm so sorry. I've been working all day and I didn't wash my hair in like 4 days, so I do apologize. But I wanted to do a live so badly. Why does it show me ads on my own stream? That's not fair. Hi guys. Hi Alyssa. Hello Alki. Hello Lekio. I cannot read. Hello Didi. Hi Ania. Hi. Oh my god, the whole crew's here. Hi everybody. I'm sorry, but like, what a day. Like, we had to do a live stream. Like, I wanted to talk about this. This stream is gonna definitely get demonetized because we might be spreading misinformation about the government, but so be it. But first, let me know how you're doing. You guys having a good night? What day is it today? Sunday, I think. I hope you're all having a good Sunday. I didn't stream for like such a while. I've been really, really busy, and I want to update you guys on a lot of stuff that's been happening. Yeah, I did actually. Luckily I had to stay home all day because I was working from home. But like, I haven't had a day off in like weeks, so that's why I look extra disgusting today. Hi guys, hi Sana. Yeah, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this. Oh my god, what a day. I have a lot of boring stuff to talk about too. What should we talk about first? Maybe we should talk like about normal things first, because then I'm like less likely to get demonetized and banned. But yeah, like, I had my photo shoot for my brand a couple of days ago, finally. Maybe I'm gonna post some of the pictures in the Discord. I still haven't received the data backs, but I've just got like pictures from my phone. It was sick. It was like this movie studio. I don't know what they hired, but it was sick. It was like this giant studio. We shot my products. They looked really, really cute. I got to see because there's like an angel and devil one. The devil one was really, really cool. It was my first time seeing it in person. It was super, super Jedi. When Nia comes to Japan, I'm gonna give her a set of Jedi clothes of my brand. Yeah, it was just it was really, really nice. But like, that whole day was messed up. I went to meet Yumichi in the morning, and I went to her work because she works at ACDC Rag, and they asked me to model the new set of Healing Hearts, the Tenshi Kaiwai one, and I wore that, and we did a photo shoot, and it was sick. And then we went to this, like, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's called like a tenjikai, and it's like a brand shows their new collection, and you go there and you look at the clothes and you can get a discount. So we went to that for this brand called Galfi, and that was really, really sick actually. I ended up buying something, and a designer there asked to collaborate with me, so it was really, really fun actually. I got to like, I feel like I don't make connections anymore because I barely go out, so it was really, really nice. Nia said, I bought too much clothes this weekend and I have a job interview tomorrow. Oh my god, that's my life too. You can never buy too many clothes actually. That's a myth. Sunny said, good luck with your interview. Yeah, get that bread. Alice said, I went shopping too. I'll post later in the Discord. I'm really excited to see what you guys bought. Yeah, Nia, when you come to Japan, I'm gonna give you a lot of clothes, don't worry. Yeah, let us hear all about your job interview. I hate job interviews. I'm actually doing a job interview now. That's why I was at home all day. I'm doing a job interview for a company that makes, oh, this is so hard to explain, but you know, like otome games. Like, I'm going to use this as an example. This isn't the one, but imagine this. Do you know the game Twisted Wonderland, where it's like Disney characters that look like sexy anime twinks? The job is making clothes for fans of that game. And so basically, you look at the character design and you make clothes that will be sold like in shops for fans of the game. So that's the job interview I'm doing. And the process is really long because they sent me all the characters and they want me to draw, like I have to make a whole bunch of clothes, like a collection of clothes that they would sell. It's really, really fun and interesting, and honestly a little bit difficult, but I've been doing it this last week and I'm hoping I can finish it tomorrow, because tomorrow is Yumachi's birthday and I want to make sure I can get there on time. So yeah, I've just been real busy actually. Claire said, I love shopping around Harajuku. Yeah, Harajuku is great. Honestly, I think I posted this on SNS recently, but I love how Japanese fashion is right now. Like July, Tenchikai, Y subculture. It's like a mixture of Y2K, emo, there's like ballet core, there's cyber. Honestly, this season has everything. I'm living. This is the best time ever. It sucks that I cannot buy everything, but it's just like window shopping is like so healing right now. I've been posting a load of like reels of just like in 109, in Lafayette and stuff like that, because there's just so much good stuff. All Here's Me said, I did go to ACDC Rack today. I must have been later than you. Oh, sick. Did you buy anything? I only modeled it, but I'm gonna go back and buy the Healing Heart bag and leg warmers, and actually maybe the whole set. It's the last picture I posted on Instagram. This set, which also comes in black and pink. And this is sick. This is like one of the coolest things I've ever worn in my entire life. Like this was great. And Yumechi wore the black and pink one. I actually feel like I want to buy both. And ACDC Rack is really reasonably priced, so then yeah, I might just buy both, honestly. Don't do what Niji Sanji did and just print the basic character images for the VTubers on shirts. Everyone was so mad. Oh my god, yeah. So they sent me a PDF of this long, like exactly what they wanted. And what they want is like, I don't know, what they want is like K-pop clothes. They want something that's like not obviously the thing. So even if you're not a fan of Twisted Wonderland, it's not Twisted Wonderland by the way, then you can maybe buy it. I finished my concept and I have to put it all together and put it into a PDF, and you also have to put like a mood board, you have to put inspirations and stuff like that and keywords. It's honestly a lot. I don't know if I'm at the level yet where I can do this job, but hopefully they like it. Like if anything, it really pushed myself to work under a deadline. But yeah, because my thing is like, I remember when Angelic Pretty they got to do a collaboration with Sailor Moon. It was Angelic Pretty and Metamorphose and like all those brands in Lafayette, and everyone was so lazy. Everyone just like did like the safe good thing, or like they just put Sailor Moon, the logo, on their dress, and it was really, really lazy. So I get exactly what you mean when like, I don't like it when brands get like a really awesome collaboration and they're just really lazy with it. So yeah, this one, they didn't want you to use any of the character images, which I think is actually pretty good, because not gonna lie, because I've never played this game before, but I've heard of it a lot, and like, it is like, it's really cool to play, but it's like all the characters are really gaudy. Like, even if you're a fan, you wouldn't want the characters like on you. Like same with like Twisted Wonderland, right? Like it looks great to play, but you don't want like the characters on you because they're really gaudy. Funny enough, my interview is at an English school. Hell yeah, fellow English teacher. Honestly, English teaching is pretty fun. Like, not gonna lie, I honestly love being an English teacher. Like, it's pretty easy, it's pretty fun, you get to meet people. I think that you specifically would be good at it because you're good at communicating. Okay, hi. Nia said, I bought the Healing Heart collection from ACDC Rack 2. I am imagining you bought the black and pink version. Honestly, it's so cute. Like, I was surprised. I've been following this collection since they posted the original art. I've been waiting every day for it to come out. And because I know the staff and I know the CEO, I was mailing him. But obviously, he's not going to tell me anything that he can't tell the public. So I was just waiting. And when it came out, I loved it, but I was unsure how it would look on like a human body. But actually wearing it, it fits so well. I was very, very happy because obviously my body shape is different to like the Japanese models that they use sometimes. So I was really, really happy. Like it looks really, really cute, and you're gonna look adorable in it. So yeah, it was a really, really fun day. I'm so excited to show you guys my new samples. I only managed to take a video, so we only have this video so far of like the wings on the back. So yeah, I'm hoping they send me the raw data in the next couple of days, and then I can edit them and post them. Yeah, so basically I'm just having a really nice time. I obviously got the black and pink. I just didn't get the bag and the head accessories. The problem is like there's a blouse, right? And the black colorway, the blouse has like pink lace. No. The blouse has white lace, and the skirt has pink lace. So that's the only thing. I feel like they should have made it match up. But yeah, everything else is great. I cannot buy the whole set this month because I actually had to. I got like a random bill from the government, so I just had to pay like 60,000 yen for something stupid. So like maybe next month I'll get it. I love the detail on the collar. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm so happy to show you guys when it comes out. It's gonna look so cute. I already I picked a location. I want to do a location shoot. There's this really cool bar. I think it's in Akihabara, but it's like cyber themed, and they made it like really, really dystopian. So I'm gonna try and shoot there if I can. I'm really excited. I've just been really, really busy. And oh yeah, talking about English schools, I posted this on my Twitter, but I'll tell you guys anyways. I had this student who's like this little girl. I think she's like 5, and she's like, "Sensei, can I bring my pet to class next week?" And I said sure, because normally it's just like a plushie, or like I've never had this, but I assumed it would be maybe like a hamster in a cage, right? So she's like, okay, cool, Sensei said I could bring my pet. And so this week she came in with like a clear plastic box, and it had this giant kabutomushi, like the rhinoceros beetle is like this big in it, and it was the grossest shit I've ever seen in my life. It was so gross, and it was like crawling against the plastic and making this clack 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 noise and this like re-clicking noise. It was disgusting, but I did promise her she could have it, and she brought it into my class, and turns out his name's Kabucha, and he's actually a pretty chill dude. So now me and him are actually pretty tight. Like he can come back. But like it looked like it smelled, and it did smell. So but I thought it was cute. His name's Kabucha, which is pumpkin in Japanese, and yeah, actually he's kind of cute. And because I used to work in an elementary school, and Japanese kids have, around summer, they always have like these little plastic boxes, and they have bugs in them, and it's either a grasshopper or these beetles. And not gonna lie, not a fan. Like personally, not a fan. Like actually, kabutomushi looked kind of cool. Like observing it was cool, but like in general, I'm not a fan of like taking a living thing and like carrying him around in like a plastic box. For me personally, the whole concept is like kind of cruel. But he did look cool, not gonna lie. Like after I got over the grossness of it, it was pretty cool. Hi Joshua! I'm telling a bug story. Nia said, I took the character art t-shirt, the black shirt, and the sweater, and the leg warmers. Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do a payment plan. That's pretty nice. Yeah, the leg warmers are hella cool. I'm definitely gonna buy those. Alisa said, the bug catching season is so weird to me. Yeah, like in Animal Crossing, it's kind of cute with your little net. And I know that people do bug catching, and I kind of want to try it. But, again, when I worked in elementary school, a lot of my students would like hold the bugs in their hands to show me, and they would crush them and kill them. And I don't know, I just feel like for me the whole thing is a little bit cruel. Maybe I'm being over dramatic. I know this is like a Japanese culture thing, so I'm trying to not judge it too much, but for me, I don't know, it's just too much. Nia said, yeah, I lost it at the beetle. One time my cat brought one home, it was dead, and my mom freaked out and yelled. It was a scorpion. Oh my god. Yeah, just in general, I feel like those kind of things should be outside and not in my house. Okay, so that's why the bug catchers are so common in Pokemon. Yeah, for real. Like, I didn't realize, like, growing up playing Pokemon, a lot of this stuff made sense when I moved to Japan. Because, like, you know, in the first game particularly, like around Kanto, and there's all these like big green kind of like mountains. Japan does actually look like that, and particularly I went to Zushi the other day at the beach, and it did feel like being in Pokemon, like all these little green islands. It's really nice. DBD said, "Are you in a karaoke bar?" No, I'm in my house. These are LED lights that I put up myself with duct tape, and the humidity has made the duct tape peel off, and now they're like drooping. But I'm gonna get some like proper tape and tape them properly. Oh, my cats are like fighting in the background for some reason. Oh no, don't tell me they found like a cockroach or something. This happened the other day. They found like a big ass spider and they were like fighting over it. I swear, like, oh my god, they found like a spider or something. It's like as I'm telling a bug story, I swear to god, this is the thing I don't like about Japan, is that there's giant ass bugs. That's what I mean. When people want to get bugs and put in them in the little boxes, like, there's enough bugs everywhere. We do not need more bugs. Luckily for me, Hone-kun and Hade-chan, they're really good at catching bugs, but Alisa said, no, it's true, Japan is behind on cruelty to creatures, unfortunately. Yeah, I really, really agree. Just the pet shop system here is awful. Oh, Nihan! Oh no, Nichan, hi! What's your favorite and least favorite bug? Okay, most favorite bug is moths. They're super cute and they're fuzzy. Love moths. Least favorite is spiders by far. I can touch a cockroach. I cannot touch a spider. Spiders are gross. We've had really big spiders recently in my house, and I feel like there's a spider over there, and that's what my cats are trying to catch. Please tell me everyone tell me your favorite bug and least favorite bug. I'm not against bugs. There are some bugs have merit, but spiders do not. Sorry, spiders disgusting. Spiders and maggots, disgusting. Sorry, as I was saying, like, as Alisa mentioned, Japan is very behind on, like, animal rights. Like, pet shops here are disgusting. I think pet shops kill about 500,000 cats and dogs per year in Japan. So do not ever buy from a pet shop, ever. Also, like, I don't like, in schools, they also get, like, turtles, like, big ass turtles, like, this big, and they'll have them in the classroom in, like, this much water, and they'll just be sitting there in, like, a tiny glass cage their whole life. That's really sad. I think, in general, Japan is just a little bit behind, and I've been here for 10 years, and I haven't seen a change in this. This is something that I feel like could be improved, and I haven't really seen it improved on. Sarah C said, yay, finally made it to a live. Hope you're having a good night. Hello, Sarah. Your icon is really, really cute. You look extremely cute. You look like how I used to look when I was Himegyaru. And that's kind of like, I wouldn't mind going back to being Himegyaru, actually. Nifan said, but spiders eat other bugs, though. Yeah, but counterpoint, they're disgusting. People always say, like, spiders are more scared of you than you are of them. That is not true. Spiders, like, particularly in Japan, there's not a time when a spider isn't trying to climb upon my person. I had a gross ass spider in my house last week that was huge, would not leave me alone. Do not like spiders. And, like, he's definitely found something. I hope it is, like, just a moth or a cockroach. Like, I can deal with cockroaches. Cockroaches are gross. I have a spray for it. It's fine. But spiders, I can't do with spiders. I'm sorry. Joshua said, fave bug, dragonflies. Dragonflies go hard. That's a good one. Least favorite bug, earwigs. Ooh, that's a good one. Is it because they crawl in your ear? Do they actually do that? I'm not sure. But I don't actually mind earwigs. I've never seen an earwig in Japan. I don't know if Japan has earwigs, but I feel like I've never seen one in Japan. I've seen a lot of gross ass bugs. Japan also has mukade. which are disgusting. If you Google mukade, that is one of the most disgusting bugs. Also, like, they have this kind of centipede, and it's called geji geji, like Geji, geji geji. That's disgusting. Google geji geji, you will not sleep tonight. I've had 2 geji geji in my house this year. Ew, I can hear my cat like crunching a bug, and I can hear like the juicy inside. Like, he's caught something over there. I don't know what he's got. Like, I don't want to know. Elisa said the breeders here are gross too. It's horrible. Yeah, there's a lot of messed up breeders here. I work a lot with the cat shelter. They're called Japan Cat Network. If you want to adopt a pet in Japan, I really recommend Googling the Japan Cat Network. They do a lot of good work. I got my cat from there. They told me like they've been to breeders' houses, and like on the floor is just like bones of animals. Like, so you assume that if you go to a breeder, it's going to be better, but that's not always the case. So if you're going to get a pet anywhere, I really recommend doing your research. Sarah said, thank you. I love himekaji and gyaru. Yeah, it looks really, really cute on you. I'm thinking to do a gyaru revival meet this year. So if you're in Japan, please come to it. Nia said, fave dragonfly. Yep, dragonfly is a good one. Least spiders. I have arachnophobia. Me too. If I see a spider, I will just throw up on the carpet. Like, I hope to God whatever my cat found is not a spider. Nichan said, my favorite bug is spiders. Okay. I hate most flying bugs because they are more likely to touch me. Yeah, I feel like that's very logical, actually. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Japan Animation said, depending on definition, butterfly most, spider least. Yeah, spiders don't fear anything. I like butterflies a lot, but the ageha butterflies, the black ones in Japan, actually do scare me because we don't have really big butterflies in England. And the first time I saw one, I thought it was a bat. And the big black butterflies in Japan, they do like I don't know how to explain it, but they like swoop at you sometimes, and that's a little bit scary. Clarity said, I've held a cicada a few times. They're actually sort of cute. Yeah, I think they're kind of cute because, like, I've seen a lot, because, like, in Japan, at the end of summer, you see, like, loads of dead cicada carcasses. So I feel, like, desensitized to them because I've seen their dead bodies so much, and they're kind of cute. And there's that one cicada Pokemon, Ninjask, I feel like something like that, and that's super, super cute, and that made me like cicadas hella more. I can see him, like, my cat, playing with something over there. Well, here's me said, aren't mukade centipedes though? Mukade are centipedes, but they have like a stinger, so they're not like the centipedes that we have in England. They will sting you, and it will hurt like a lot. Alisa said, geji geji live in the US too. Ugh. Like, what are they called? I don't know what geji geji, like, are geji geji also centipedes, or are they millipedes? I don't know what they're called. Geji geji do look kind of cool, and I think they can't hurt you, so I'm kind of a geji geji fan, actually. Joshua said, it's because I used to find them hiding in cracks in garden furniture. Okay, yeah, that's gross. The thought of one being in there hiding and then crawling on me, even though I thought there was nothing there. Okay, that's gross, yeah. Okay, you have, like, trauma, so that makes sense. Japan Animation said, caught a spider in a butterfly net once. It was not afraid in the slightest. Okay, that's hideous. If that happened to me, I would throw up on the carpet. Prin said, nah, that's the thing. I dislike whenever I go visit my family in Asia. Here the bugs are tiny in comparison. I am so afraid of centipedes, like, bugs, help. Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Japan, is that bugs are super, super big. And there's so many of them. And last week, we had a big spider, a cockroach, and a geji geji centipede in my house, because I live, like, kind of in a countryside area, but also in the city. It's hard to explain. So, like, we do get bugs, and disgusting, honestly, disgusting. And I have, like, this cockroach spray, and I had to unload, like, half the spray can on this spider to make it stop living. And I hate killing bugs, honestly. It's just like, they're so gross though. Like, I really, like, I try to trap them and kick them out, but this spider was way big. Like, there's no way I could have trapped him. Spiders are as evil as those face huggers in the Alien movies. Yeah, spiders generally are evil, I think. Like, I've had so many, and the spiders will just jump at me. So, I think, like, they have the whole outside. Why do they have to be in my house specifically? Elisa said, I want to foster cats. I've only ever adopted animals in my life, but maybe fostering would be interesting. Yeah, right now, the Japan Cat Network needs a lot of foster homes, so please go on their Facebook and check them out. There's a lot of really cute foster cats. There's like normal cats, and there's like a cat like my one that has like one eye or one ear or something. So they have like a whole bunch. And if you really want something fancy, they do have like those hairless cats sometimes. Sometimes they get like Bengals and stuff like that. But like, for me, I don't care so much about the breed. Alki said, Tiga spiders have yellow rings on their legs. Oh my god. That's actually kind of cute. Like, I don't know. I'm going to Google this tiger spider. That sounds kind of cute. Clary said, I dislike the insects that fly into my face or hair like a June bug. Yeah, that's true. I actually don't mind flying insects that much. I like bumblebees. Bumblebees are really, really cute, actually. So, yeah, I'm a bumblebee fan. I'm trying to think, like, what other bugs there are. Dragonfly is obviously cool. I know, in England, we have, like, daddy long legs. Those are kind of cool. I've never seen daddy long legs in Japan, actually. So maybe it doesn't exist here. Jumping spiders are the only arachnids I think are cute. Okay, jumping spiders are disgusting. I hate them. There's no way that they should be able to jump. Hi Diego, we're ranking our least favorite and most favorite bugs. Nate said, flying bugs are like living homeless missiles. You try to, homing missiles, not homeless missiles. Sorry, I cannot read. You try to get away and they just fly right into you. Yeah, for real. Like, I don't understand why bugs just want to die. Like, they come into my house, they climb on me, like, obviously I'm gonna kill you. Like, are you stupid? You have the whole outside. I surrendered the whole outside to you. You can live there in peace. I don't know why you need to come in and sit on my sofa. They don't even pay rent. Aritza said, wait, my least favorite bug is ticks. I've never seen a tick before. But I have a feeling they're disgusting. So, yeah. Wait, is this a bug? You know, like what is it called? You know that really tiny thing? And it looks like grey and it has like an elephant nose? Wait, let me Google this. Tardigrade? What's it called? Tardigrade. Okay, this is my favorite bug. This guy. Is this a bug, chat? Does this count as a bug? He's cute. Like, yeah, okay, that's my favorite bug. No, read the first part. The recluse spider part. Wait, where did it go? I've heard about recluse spiders, and they're supposed to be really good, and you're not supposed to kill them because they kill the bugs in your house. I know, but they're disgusting. Like, I'm sorry. The flying cockroaches and ants that bite. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Ants that bite you. However, okay, it's your least favorite bug, right? The problem with ants that bite you is when one ant bites you, it's not really a problem. But if you get bitten by like 100 ants, then that's a problem. So I don't see, like, for me, I'm not worried about a singular ant. However, the same could be said if you grouped any amount of bugs together, like, it would be a problem. Tardigrades aren't bugs, I think. Wait, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're bugs, but I'm going to count him as a bug because he looks kind of buggy. Is there a tardigrade Pokemon? Because I feel like that would go hard. Spiders that wave back at you. Oh my god, no. There was, when we first moved into this house, there was a spider this giant spider, and we were trying to get it out, and we ended up smacking it and making it run out of the front door, which is great. But I swear to God, in Animal Crossing, when you try to catch the tarantulas, they get on the back legs like this, and it's disgusting. This is one of my triggers, I swear, it's disgusting. This spider got on his back fucking legs and tried to like box me with his hands. It was disgusting. Disgusting. Like, I feel like I'm a very benevolent person, but that thing, straight to the shadow realm, straight to hell. Aren't tardigrades microscopic small? Yes, they are, but I'm gonna down this hill. Tardigrades are bugs. Bugs generally are really small, and what is a tardigrade if not something really, really small? Alki said, a monster catching game I played had tardigrades as a common enemy. You can even become one if you catch it. Aww. I like tardigrades. I think they're cute. So, anyways, we had a normal chat. Now I feel like the FBI isn't watching anymore, so we can start talking about the assassination attempt. Did you guys see the news today? I swear to God, this is my favorite day on the internet in a while. As someone that is like chronically online, this was a very good day on the internet. Yeah. So it was funny because like I was on the internet like a good portion of the day before I saw this, because my Twitter feed is all just like people talking, like arguing about Jedi fashion and memes. So I didn't see oh my God, Alice says, oh my God, I know, right? In Pennsylvania, like isn't Biden from Pennsylvania? I feel like, so that's wild, right? So God, I have so many feelings about this. So yeah, so I saw the news come up, and my first thought was, this looks kind of staged, doesn't it? But I'm trying to really stop getting into conspiracy theories, because I know that that's like a slippery slope. But we know I love a good conspiracy theory, and I mean like a good conspiracy theory. I'm not like one of these right-wing nuts that believes that like blah 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 the deep state or something. No, like about like moon landing's good, Atlantis, these are good conspiracy theories. But this, and then I tried to not think about it, because I was like, nah, like we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But then people started retweeting them. They also thought that it was staged. So like now I'm like, I don't know, now I'm like chronically online. I really am starting to get into this theory that it is actually staged, and we're going to talk about this. Michael said, are you 40? I mean, almost. No, I am actually 33. Delaware. Oh, okay, so Biden's from Delaware? I thought that was in Pennsylvania. I don't know anything about America, so Musha voice, you missed. How could you miss? He was 3 meters away. Okay, so here's the thing. They're saying it wasn't a bullet. It hit bloodied him. It was actually like a bullet hit the teleprompter and hit his face, right? So that's plausible. However, it's weird that it just clipped his ear. I feel like if it was actually glass from the teleprompter, it would have hit his face. And it's weird that the guy who did shoot him was in an elevated position that was like perfect to try to assassinate someone, and people had notified the Secret Service about this guy before, and like they didn't do anything. So like, yeah, I don't know, like it just is starting to like not add up. And the fact that like the pictures that they posted, right, of Donald Trump afterwards, they went super hard. Like there were like 3 or 4 images, and everyone's like there's like the Russian AstroTurf bots are already posting, this image goes hard, this could be an album cover, blah 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 blah. Like actually on the side of the bots this time, those images did go unnecessarily hard. Like they were super, like the best angles. There was like the American flag flying over him. It was like, wow. Yeah, for real, like wouldn't the glass just explode? Probably yes. Also, like if it was a bullet in his that grazed his ear, that would have just taken his ear off for sure. So like there's no way it was that. Just, and like there's a point where you can see him do this and hit his ear. to check, but people are saying that he could have just had like a blood capsule in his hand and did that. And I don't want to, because that's like super like tinfoil hat-esque, so I don't want to go like that far, but I'm just saying it looks very suspicious. And however, I will say, like, if they did stage it, that's also kind of impressive, because like a lot of those images went hard. I don't know what's going to happen, how this is going to affect the election. I'm just saying it really sucks that we have to keep living through these historical events because Jesus Christ, that was not on my bingo card. And it's well because, like, okay, if you contrast this with Abe Shinzo's assassination, there's like grainy footage from a while away, and like the crowd's reaction was completely different. The bodyguards' reactions were completely different. Like, it just contrasts so much to that event, to the point where it just, for me, it does look a little bit staged. I'm really looking, like, I want to know what you guys think, if you guys think this is staged or not. Again, I'm going to try to not tinfoil hat so hard, but it's kind of hard not to. However, they did say the guy that did it is a registered Republican, so that's pretty interesting too, actually. So, like, if it's staged, that's kind of embarrassing. But if it's not staged, it was a Republican that did it, and that's also kind of embarrassing. So, in general, just, like, what an embarrassing day for Republicans. Michael said, oh, okay, so Baby Spice from Spice Girls. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's me. We live in the worst timeline. For real, though, like, I'm on the, like, millennials or whatever subreddit, and people post all the time. We talked about this before, how like something feels off, like maybe from like 5 or 6 years ago something happened, and like everyone just feels weird all the time. It feels like this isn't like the way that the world has supposed to gone. Everyone feels like tired all the time, everyone's stressed. It definitely feels like something happened and we were like knocked off the course that we were supposed to be on. This does generally feel like the darkest timeline. Fluff said, definitely good PR for the Trump stuff. Yeah, for real though, it does seem like the timing as well is just so convenient. Like, all the things are coming out about Epstein, and the fact, like, and a lot of the evidence that Trump, I can't even talk about this without getting super demonetized, but like Trump has done a lot of things with minors have been coming out, and I would imagine they want something to kind of overshadow that. So it's just peak timing. It's just it's a very good coincidence for them. But like, I think that it's for the best that like he didn't get assassinated, because then he would have been made a martyr, and then it would have incited so much violence. So it's probably for the best that he wasn't assassinated. Because, like, I think I mentioned this before, but, like, when Abe, like, it was a weird time as well when Abe Shinzo was assassinated, and, like, I went in, it was on my lunch break at work, and I went into the office, and everyone I work with are Japanese, and they were like, yeah, former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was just assassinated with a bazooka, and I was like, what the fuck, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just, like, this whole few years have just been incredibly wild. Like, generally, I think something happens, like, on, like, a dimensional level. Like, I don't know, something happened, and, like, the world is not well right now. Capitalism endgame. For real, though, this is capitalism peak. All Here's Me said, getting gun license doesn't always come with accuracy. Yeah, for real, as well, I feel like there's no reason that this person should have missed. Apparently, like, Trump moved his head, like, suddenly, so I guess. But I don't know, the whole thing is just sus, you know? Nia said, the moment he brought up his fist looked too theatrical. It did. Like, I feel like if this had actually happened, he would have just fainted or, like, shit himself or something. I don't think he would have, like, held up his fist triumphant. And there's a point, because, like, they slowed down the footage and they turned up the microphone. You can hear he tells the Secret Service, like, wait, and then he puts up his fist. I don't know, it just feels staged to me. You know, I want to believe it's not. Like, I want to believe that, like, because it feels like nothing that we're seeing is real right now, and it's just all like, you know, like the dead internet theory. Like most of the stuff we're seeing online is just like bots, and like, you know, I'd like to believe some of the stuff we're experiencing is real, but I don't know, man. Aisa said, no way, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, and my jaw just dropped. Yeah, it's on Twitter, and I don't know, the whole thing is just wild. And a lot of things will come out in the next few days about this, but I think it doesn't matter. Like, even if they had like super enough evidence to prove that it was staged, the people that are gonna vote for Donald Trump will not listen to reason, so it doesn't matter anyway. So like, honestly, will this have an effect on the election? I don't know, honestly. Joshua said, Harambe dying triggered the end of the world, and we are now living in the aftermath. Like, I could believe that, honestly. Like, after Harambe died, or in his own world, where it's all alternative facts, I think things are going to get much worse here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like the next 4-5 years are also going to be terrible, because like, there's multiple wars happening. The thing with Russia isn't getting any better. Obviously Palestine and Israel. There's stuff happening in Sudan, and also in the next few years, China is probably going to invade Taiwan, and that's going to mess up the entire world. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just trying to enjoy life now. I mean, because it's always like, oh, this is terrible, like blah blah blah, but it only gets worse. So maybe this is the best things will be for a while. So I'm just trying to at least enjoy things for what they are. And like, the economy is terrible, and I complain a lot about the economy in Japan. The economy in Japan is awful, but listening to my friends in England, the economy is possibly even worse there, and like the quality of life has dipped so much. So honestly, not looking great. So yeah, I don't know. Let's try to be optimistic. I feel like this got real pessimistic. So yeah, I'm trying to stay positive, guys. But yeah, not a fan of capitalism. Not a fan. England is shit for real. Yeah, I just watched, there is a video that I watch on YouTube. It's like an hour long. I suggest watching it. It's called England is a Dump, or Britain is a Dump. I forget which one. And it's about the decline of the British economy and what happened, like Brexit, and like a lot of the reasons why it's so bad. Apparently, like something like 1 in 5 children in Britain don't sleep on a mattress. And there is such high levels of child homelessness and stuff like that. So like, Japan is pretty bad, but I honestly think that England is way worse right now, unfortunately. The economy is so bad everywhere. Yeah, that's the thing. And like, there is a fuck ton of money. Like, we have so many billionaires, and yet people are still going hungry. And it's not even like the fact that there is more poverty. It's the fact that like, the people in the middle in general have the quality in life for everyone that's not the top 1% has dipped so hard. And like, the quality of produce, there's also shrinkflation, so like, products that we normally buy are getting smaller and smaller. Fluff said, your content is my escapism in these end times. Oh, thank you. Like, that's why, as much as I hate capitalism, it's funny because I do a lot of like vlogs where I go to shops and just look around, and generally just like, I love fashion, and normally when I do shopping vlogs, actually, I don't actually buy that much stuff, but for me, that is also my escapism. And particularly in Japan, like, fashion is an escapism for me, and fashion also does represent like society a lot. And I notice, like, particularly in Japan now, fashion is a lot about mental health issues, particularly like Jidai and Tenchi Kaiwai. Jidai is very much about like depression, self-harm, sex work and stuff like that. It has those connotations. And Tenchi Kaiwai has a lot to do with like medication and stuff like that. So it's very interesting how fashion does represent society. I guess it's kind of like the Hunger Games in like really dire times. People tend to dress a little bit more extravagantly. Bloody Tories, not like Labour will be better. Yeah, obviously Tories terrible. Labour also bad, but not as bad. That's the thing with like politics right now. I feel like it's the same in every country. Like Democrats, Republicans, Tories, and Labour. Like they're all terrible. Just one side is worse than the other. But generally, like it seems like no country has a really good option. I heard that like France's last election, you guys did actually vote in the better option, so that's good. And of course Brazil also, they voted in someone who's left wing, so like there is hope. I think that we shouldn't give up hope. Like there's always hope, there is always people who want to do good, so we just gotta hope that we can survive. I feel like if we can get through this next 4 to 5 years, then it will be fine. I just want to run away to Japan and renovate one of those old houses. Like, I really considered doing that, getting an IKEA and renovating it. But the issue with that is like, the renovation costs are sometimes more expensive than actually just buying a house or getting a mortgage. Because, like, for living in Japan, it's impossible to live in a house unless you have air conditioning in almost every room. So that alone is like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of yen, and most IKEA do not have aircon, and there's like, I don't know, a lot of these houses also have mold. There's a bug problem. There's a lot of things that you have to fix, but I feel like it's only worth it if you know a lot about DIY, which I don't. Like if you can do a lot of that stuff yourself, then maybe it's worth it. Hisachiburi, my. Yeah, it's been a while. We missed the best conversation we had so far. Is we rated bugs, our favorite bug and our least favorite bug. So please tell us your least and most favorite bug. Alisa said, renovating an IKEA is not worth it unless you can make money off of it in the long run. Yeah, in general, and in Japan, like the property doesn't generally go up that much anyways. So it's not a good investment. I feel like compared to other countries, the property market isn't as, you don't get as much back. But I would like to own a house someday, and maybe the only way I'm going to do that is with an IKEA. So I guess like if you keep an eye out for like a year and you keep checking and you keep checking, I think that you would be able to find one that's like decent. But again, like IKEA also super bumblefuck far sometimes, and you might have to like live somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and then you would have to get a car, and then the whole thing just feels like effort. All Here's Me said, time to pull our resources together and renovate a place for all of us. That would be sick. Can you imagine if we made like a commune? Oh my god, we're turning into a cult. Yeah, we should make like an actual cult. What kind of cult would we have? I would be the leader, obviously. Don't worry, I will not make you guys have sex with me. We would be the cheese cult. Like, remember I played that game last year or the start of this year? I forget what it was called. It was called Melon Journey. And they had like a cheese cult, and all these people dressed up in like little outfits, and they worship the cheese. That could be us. But yeah, definitely we should start our own commune and have a little cult. That would be fun. I would be in favor of that. Claire Z said, is it hard to rent in Japan as a foreigner? Yes and no. Like, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of companies now that will help you. And if you want like a super low or mid-level place, it's super easy to just rent a room. Like if you're worried that you're going to come to Japan and not be able to live anywhere, don't worry. Like you'll be able to live somewhere. The issue is like if you have preferences or if you want to live in somewhere a little bit nice. For me, I tried to rent, this time when I moved, I tried to rent, and I tried to use like a foreigner agency, and it was really bad, but then I did it in Japanese and it ended up being fine. If you can speak Japanese, the chances of you getting somewhere are probably much higher. Hi Ang! Hey, hope you're good. Yeah, this is what I'm doing, running away to Japan for a new life and getting away from Sweden. Honestly, Sweden sounds great. Like, I've really considered moving to Sweden in the future. I feel like I want to stay in Japan, but like, if it becomes impossible, Sweden is a very plausible option for me. In the Netherlands, it's hard to get rent in general. That's actually something I heard about Sweden too. Is like, if you want to rent a place, they put you on a really long waiting list, and it can be like years. That's a good thing about Japan, that there are many houses, and of course, like, because of the low birth rate, there's not like so much overpopulation, I guess. That's one thing that was brought up in the video I mentioned earlier, called Britain is a Dump. In England, there are laws, like really strict planning permission laws, where people can't just build anything, and it really stops people from building new housing. So in general, less houses are built in England because the rules are so hard. Most people just don't bother building. But in Japan, there are no such rules, and that's why if you go to any, like, you've seen Japanese streets, right? Every house looks wildly different. It's because literally they let people build whatever, which means there is a lot of housing, which is good. Like, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but like, you know, like, people hate kind of like that brutalist housing, like, you know, like Eastern Bloc, Eastern European, like big grey buildings with like lots of apartments. A lot of people hate that. Honestly, for me, I just think that people should have housing, and if that means the housing is ugly and looks like that, as long as it's comfortable and it's good to live in, I think that there should be more housing, even if it looks like that. Like, I'm pro big, like, not super tall apartment complexes, because I think they're not very comfortable for living, but in general, just like, I think there should be more housing. Joshua said, oh my god, no, I literally want to live in a big house with friends. That would be so perfect. Sweet, you can join our cult. I volunteer as a Japanese citizen to do all the boring signing. Oh my god, yes, that would be great. That would be perfect. We need just like a Japanese person to sign everything. Luckily for me, my ex-boyfriend did help me with some stuff. But this time I did everything myself. This house is in my name, so it is possible as a foreigner. It's just like hard work, honestly. Cheese cult. Yeah, it'd be great. And then we have to eat cheese like every Friday night together. We'd have like a big statue, like a big golden cheese statue. We can make cheese. We can learn how to make cheese together. We can get some cows, and like then we can have milk, and then we can make our own cheese. Oh my god, this is gonna be sick. There are some abandoned schools that we convert to headquarters. For real. Yeah, this could work. Yeah, Sweden is nice, and it's a good place to live. Hope you come here. My life is slow here at the moment. Yeah, that's what I heard generally from people from Sweden, is that it's like a nice quality of life. It's just boring, and I feel like that was the problem with England, is that generally it's boring, and that's why like there's a lot of crime, and like generally a lot of crime for like teenagers, because there's fuck all to do, and like we have a lot of problems with like people smashing up phone boxes and vending machines and stuff like that, and that's terrible. But counterpoint, there's nothing for kids to do, and like they took away all the skate parks, and like as I mentioned before, it's hard to get planning permission, so they didn't build any like skate parks or any fun things for kids to do. So either they stay inside and they play video games, or they just go outside and commit crime. Two of my favorite pastimes. It's hard to get a place here unless it's private renting or you buy your place. Yep. Third spaces. Oh my god, for real though, that's what the world needs more of in general, is third spaces. And this is what England really could benefit from, and it would just decrease the crime rate, because so much crime is committed by friggin' teenagers. And when I was a teenager, again, there was nothing to do, because like the police get called on you for loitering if you're anywhere, and like so kids generally go to the mall and sit down But then security would kick us out of the mall, so we would go to the park. And then, like, in the park in England, it's full of drug dealers and drug users, and it's generally very dangerous. So where does that leave us, honestly? There would be like one skate park and everyone would go there. There just seems to be more stuff like that, like community centers, skate parks, more parks that are kind of like more regulated. Maybe like, you know, like Japanese kobans. If they had like a koban in a park, that would be great. Joshua Simmons, which way British child, gaming addict, TikToker, or gang member? Why not all three? Yeah, for real though, growing up in England was really boring, particularly because I grew up in Essex and it was hella dangerous, and where I lived was by the ocean, and so we had a beach. But if you went down to the beach after like 6 when it was dark and you got stabbed, the police would not do anything. Like, I swear to God, they would be like, you were at the beach at night, so it's your own fault. Like, there was so much crime. So yeah, generally I do feel like a little bit jealous of people that lived in places where you could actually do stuff at night as a kid. Japan is nice because there's like game centers and stuff, so like kids have somewhere to go. They have like Round One, which is like a sports game center, and they can go play like basketball. There's also like really nice shopping malls here, so like kids can just go in there and, you know, like get a smoothie or whatever and just walk around, and it's nice. So yeah, I would love to have been a kid in Japan just so I could go to a game center and hang out with my friends, go to karaoke, but I wouldn't like to go through the school system, so I guess it's like a monkey's ball situation. Prince said, a lot of people back at home wish they lived here in Western Europe, but I'm craving the markets, the festivals, the malls, the cuteness, even the chaos. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, for me, I just prefer Japan. Like, I feel like there's just more here to do. Again, I don't think you would want to be here if you were like a high school kid, because middle and high school here is honestly awful for kids. Like, they're just constantly at school, so I'm kind of glad that I did grow up in England for that reason. I just like England, just make it more interesting. Japan, stop making your kids go to school for like 12 hours a day. Like, and honestly, this everywhere could be nice. Literally, let's just take the best points from every country. Everywhere can be nice. Nia said, if everything goes well, I might come to Japan in March. It might change though. Oh my god, that's super soon. That's excellent, honestly. I'm really excited for your adventure. Being in Japan and being away from your family too, you'll get like such a sense of peace. Clarity said, I wish I could explore photography and try out more fashion in Japan. There's so many hobbies and things I want to try, but not enough time. Consider that you might have ADHD. But no, I'm exactly the same. There's so much stuff I want to do and I just don't have time and money and space. Like, I do want to make more accessories, but it just takes time, money, and space. And cosplay too. I want to cosplay more, but again, time, money, and space. But I think it's better to have like the desire to do lots of hobbies than just being bored, because that's another thing I think of like ADHD, is that I find when I'm bored, I start to get quite depressed. So it's always good, like I always need like 4 or 5 projects going at one time. My said, I'm heading back to the UK on Tuesday to catch up with family and friends. Man, I've been hearing so many stories about the UK right now. Yeah, me too. A lot of my friends in England say most of the high street where I live was completely shut down. Because my hometown was like a clubbing town. Like, people travel up to go clubbing. And now, almost all the clubs have closed, which is wild for me, because when I left, people really enjoyed clubbing. I know that the pandemic happened, so maybe like most of the clubs probably died during the pandemic, but you know, like a lot of time has passed. Like, I thought they would have come back, but now, you know, like it seems like most people just stay home. My said, I just hope my friends and family are alright. Yeah, I worry a lot about my family back in England. Sunny said, I'm not a fan of the Japanese school system. Me too. But one good thing is that they have all these circles and after school clubs. That way the kids always have some sort of hobby. I agree, and also disagree though. Because a lot of kids are forced into clubs, and if your school only has like 5 clubs and you're forced to do like basketball for 3 years straight every day after school, that sounds like hell. But if your school has like really, really fun clubs like anime club or computer club, I think that would be hella sick. So that's one good thing. In England, I was in the drama club and I stayed behind school every day and we did like plays and stuff. So that was honestly really, really nice. I really like the school system in Japan for elementary school because they learn how to sew and they make like aprons and bags and stuff. They learn how to cook basic stuff. They learn how to take care of animals. The Japanese school system for elementary school has a lot of really nice practical skills. But after that, like middle school is mostly just memorization, and middle school is pretty bad, honestly. I wouldn't want to go to middle school. New subscriber from Philippines. Yay! Hello, Kyle from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome. We were talking about our favorite and least favorite bug. Please tell us your favorite bug and your least favorite bug. But yeah, the Japanese school system is very, very interesting. I think, like every country, there are good points and bad points for every educational system. But big fan of elementary school here, honestly, big fan. And I'm going to be eating these because I'm actually quite hungry now. These are Japanese plum flavored crisps. Natsu potato. ASMR. I wonder what it sounds like with my microphone. I wonder if it sounds like ASMR. But yeah, that's the thing. I think that like kids in general should have more access to try different kinds of things, because like it's unfair that like some kids end up becoming like tennis players or like they get into programming or blah blah blah, and a lot of kids never even get to experience doing that thing. So I think that schools should let kids try out more stuff. Like I wish I got to try out programming when I was a kid. Oh, these are great. Wait, does it sound like ASMR? I always wonder how people do ASMR. Japan feels like a great place to be a grown adult if you're lucky. Yeah. Oh, it's not ASMR. I think I need like a proper like ASMR mic. Maybe I'll buy one and do just a single ASMR stream. ASMR crying because I had a bad day at work. Yeah, honestly, Japan is good for adults because Japan doesn't judge people for their hobbies, and Japan has a lot of like ways that people can enjoy their hobbies and a lot of like shops. For example, if you're into airsoft, there's loads of places where you can do that. There's whole shops that sell accessories, there's groups and everything. If you're into photography, there's stuff like that. And like people don't get shamed for doing stuff by themselves, and like otaku who are into anime or idols, they can find groups to hang out with and they're celebrated. So that's a good thing. However, working culture sucks. And now I'm hungry. Get these are great. Honestly, my thing is, I really miss salt and vinegar flavor crisps from the UK, or like anything sour. They do not have those here unless you go to like an expensive import store. But ume is sour, like Japanese plum. So this is like the next best thing. I really recommend these. Fluff said, I love the new Moo concept designs. Ah, thank you so much. How has progress been on those? Oh my god, it's been a nightmare. That has taken so long, honestly. It's taken like months and months and months because we did like 3 samples because it just wasn't right every single time. It was hard to get the wings right. I wanted the wings to be way bigger, but this is the biggest they would allow me to have them. They're just big enough so they can like flap. And something happened with like delayed shipping of the samples, and then now that we got the devil sample, it looks okay in the pictures, but it's still not 100% right. So we actually have to delay selling the products until the end of August. So finally we can start selling the end of August. It's just been really, really delayed. So yeah, it's been hard, but I just like clothing production is like that. Also, my company is quite new and small, so there's kind of like baby steps for them. They're like trial and error right now. These are great. Oh my god. My said, as much as I love Japan, it's so hard to keep calories down with all the amazing food. This. People always say like, how can you gain weight living in Japan? Like, isn't it just rice? One, no. Convenience stores here, oh my god, I'm having a problem right now where I just can't stop eating convenience store fried chicken because there's so many different kinds. There's like my big thing right now is like Lawson. Lawson has karaage-kun, which is like the fried chicken bites, and they have like cheese flavor, they have like the ume flavor, they have like different, like habanero, different kinds of spice. They have lemon. I'm obsessed. I just can't stop. Like, and like again, snacks here, great. If you go to the convenience store, it's like 40% is just snacks and ice creams and everything's delicious. Like, I don't understand like how not everyone is gaining weight here. Alisa said, I eat Mr. Donuts every other day. Like, for real, like everything here is delicious. I don't understand why everyone isn't giant. Everything here is delicious. Oh my god, guys, we're gonna read some racism. Are you ready? Japan, very good people and humble, unlike, sorry, my camera's in the way, unlike Korean and Chinese. Okay, lots of love hearts. Okay, Kyle, please do not be racist in my tab. Second of all, every country has good people, like every country, so wrong. Also, I went to Korea. I cannot speak for China. I've never been to China. I went to Korea. I had a wonderful time. Everyone in Korea was wonderful to me. Honestly, everyone in Korea was great. I had a great time. I have a bunch of Chinese friends. I have a bunch of Korean friends. Have Japanese friends. Everyone's wonderful. Honestly, there are dickheads in every country, but in general, I don't know what to say. Like, racism is bad. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, Jesus. My boyfriend is Vietnamese, so yeah. This is a big one. I've noticed that desserts and snacks sold in konbini are sweeter than 12 years ago. Yeah, I noticed that things are getting sweeter and higher calorie too, which sucks. Also, something to look out for is that a lot of ingredients and chemicals that are actually illegal in England and maybe America, I'm not sure, but like the EU, are legal in Japan. And one thing is like shortener is put in bread in Japan, and shortener is very, very bad for you. Oh, I got a new subscriber, hey. So Japan does use some ingredients that are actually banned in other countries and are quite bad. However, Japanese konbini bread is delicious, so unfortunately I'm gonna keep eating it. Sunny said, we Dutch prefer giant chunks of salt in our cheese instead of salt and vinegar crisps. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I've never really eaten Dutch food. I'm interested though. I've been eating a lot of Swedish food recently, so I'm very, very interested in eating Dutch food. I'm sure it tastes great. I feel like you guys eat a lot of fish. Yeah, they're adding too many preservatives in food here. Like, that's the thing. People forget that Japan is also incredibly capitalist. So therefore, as time goes on, quality will get worse and it will become more expensive. And there will be shrinkflation. So yeah, enjoy this while you can, lads. The other thing, okay, this is something that's very different in Japan than England about food and snacks. In England, we don't have that much seasonal stuff. Like, we would have like a couple of seasonal chocolate bars. Maybe like Kit Kat would do a fun thing, or Cadbury's, or they'll do like a Willy Wonka bar or something. But we don't have that much variety. In Japan, there's like constantly new stuff. Like, every day I go into the convenience, there's new stuff. And like, it's good because you get to try new stuff like this. However, it's actually awful because you'll get addicted to something. Like, I'm gonna get addicted to this and it will disappear and never come back. My first year I was in Japan in the summer, there was like this watermelon juice and it was delicious, and I've been waiting for it for 10 years and it has never come back. Monthly fairs, bi-weekly events, you know, like, yeah, that's the best thing, honestly. Best and worst thing in Japan is about how seasonal there is. And like, even like Starbucks is very, very seasonal. I feel more so than England. Cafes here are always doing something new. The thing is, the issue with that is that it's a very hit or miss. Like, there is garbage because they have to keep pumping out new stuff, but there are a lot of like really delicious stuff, and then you'll eat it twice and you'll never see it again. Like, for a while, I thought that like I was the demographic for what's not popular, because every time I would start to like something, it would disappear forever. But it just turns out that Japan is just really, really seasonal. Like, what I notice about the Japanese public is that they love new things. And that's why, like, a new cafe will open, it will be like crowded for a couple of weeks or like a month. It will have a line up the road, and then by the end of the year, it will be out of business, because as soon as people have had it once, they get bored of it. Something new will open down the road, and then they'll just want to go there. Whereas like, British people will eat the same 3 things every day for 50 years. Like, British people don't care. We'll literally, people will like one thing and that's all they'll eat forever. Nia said, I'm gonna go, everyone. Thank you for the stream. Have a good time, Nia. We love you. Thank you for coming. Oh, here's me said, it's time limited, not once in a lifetime limited, damn it. Yeah, for real. Like, I always assume stuff's gonna come back and it just never ever comes back. And that's sad. Japan really teaches you about loss. Like, you'll find a new ice cream you like, and then it will be gone forever. And then sakura season rolls around and you'll get really, really happy seeing flowers, and then they'll just die in front of your eyes. So honestly, that's not one thing about living in Japan, is that Japan taught me a lot about loss. Sane said, traditional Dutch dishes are a no. It's mostly potatoes with some type of vegetable. Okay, that's British food. I feel like, yeah, it's very similar. But our cheese is amazing. What is a Dutch cheese? As the cheese queen, I should know this. But like, I feel like I eat a lot of Dutch cheese. What is that cheese called that I think is Dutch? It's got holes in it. It's like thinly sliced. That one. I'll bring you some next time I'm in Japan. Oh, yes, please. I said that like the other day. Like, someone said, what is a gift that you would always want to receive? And I said I would always want to receive cheese. Like, I'm not big on receiving like flowers, because again, they just die. But cheese, even though you eat it, I feel like the memory stays with me forever. Like, I have so many specific memories of where I was eating cheese and I was very happy. Emmental! Yeah, eat Gouda. Oh, Gouda. Yeah, Gouda is a good cheese. Where did that racist guy go? I wanted him to like defend his point of view. I wanted to turn it into a debate. But I guess he just left. He just gave up. He was like, we cured his racism. I think it's really funny. Because, like, there's a lot of anti-Chinese sentiment all over the world, but particularly in Japan. And, like, I've only ever had fantastic experiences with Chinese people. Like, I don't think I've ever had any bad experiences with Chinese people. Like, because I used to live in, like, kind of like Chinatown in where I lived in England, and it was great. Chinese people were wonderful. I used to go to a Chinese supermarket every day. They used to give me, like, bear-free instant noodles. Sent to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, that guy just left. Yeah, I expect them to put on more of a fight. Like, if you're gonna be racist, at least defend your point of view. Like, I'll listen to you. At least let us, like, disprove you. He was like, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess racism's bad. And then we just cured him. Racist dude was like, my job here is done. I flew away. Yeah, like, what was that? That was wild. Was it, like, bait? Like, what did he expect us to say? Be like, yeah, bro. Yeah. You're totally correct. Like, yeah, only one of the Asian races is superior. Like, shut the fuck up. Is it allowed by the Japanese customs to bring cheese? I don't know, actually. I asked my mom to bring me cheese from England, and she didn't. I asked her to do one thing, and she didn't do it. So, like, I don't know, honestly. Eliza said, I literally have Chinese cousins. Is so annoying to hear. Is it Chinophobia? Is that how you pronounce that? Yeah, it sucks, honestly, because I hear this a lot, and, like, I don't know, like, it's sad, because people also forget that China is huge. Like, there's a lot of people there, like, a lot of, like, and like, my dad told me once that, like, whichever country you go to, people are generally nice, and, like, that's been my experience so far. Like, I've only, like, in all the experiences I've had with people, they've all been overwhelmingly positive. And I've met a lot of dickheads, but if you think about all the dickheads you've met and then compare it to how many people you've met, that's like not even 1%. And like, China and Korea are so different as well. And then, like, the people are so different. I don't know why you would compare them like that. It's just wild to me. Like, one of the best, maybe the best trip I've ever been on is when I just spent like 2 days in Seoul in Korea, and it was wonderful. Everyone was super, super nice. The food was great. It was just nice vibes. It was just a good experience, honestly. Xenophobia, okay. I learned anything. Most of the dickheads I've met were cops. There you are, actually. Yeah, most of the dickheads I've met have been police. Most of the dickheads I've met have just been boomers. Like just old people of every nationality. Like, because obviously of my line of work, I meet a lot of old Japanese people. And old Japanese people in general are pretty sucky. And old British people are really sucky. And both of them are incredibly, like, grumpy, ignorant, bigoted, racist, annoying, entitled. And I just feel like old people in every country are like that. But also, if you stay a short time, you're unlikely to see the flaws under the surface. No, for real though. Like, it's hard for me to form, like, a opinion about Korea and Korean people because I was only there for 2 days. But I went 2 days and, like, nothing bad happened to me. Because I feel like even if I had a bad experience, I'm not gonna base an entire people off of, like, one dickhead. It just takes one person to ruin your perspective of a country. An individual doesn't necessarily reflect the country. Yeah, for real. No, that's the thing. Like I've met a lot of, like, Japanese people who were not nice to me. But that doesn't make me feel like Japanese people are awful. That just made me think that those specific people were dickheads. Like, I think it's like a lot of people can't separate their own self from the world. I talked about this a lot before, but like a lot of people see the things around them as society, and they don't realize that not everyone has the same experience as them. For me, when I talk about things in Asia and Japan, I have to be really careful because I'm in an incredibly like privileged position, where I'm a Westerner, I'm white, and my experience is a lot different as a female than it would be as a male. So that's also something to take into account. So like my experience here would be very different if I was like not Western and I was a man. So it's always important to think about that when you're discussing something. But also like, I don't know, like I just think hating on a whole race of people is just what, like I just could not imagine that. Like I think that even if I only had bad experiences with one race of people, I would still be like, that's probably just unlucky. Or here's me said, I feel like I carry double duty as both a foreigner and a trans person. Yeah, honestly, I would really like you to do like an interview. Can I interview you on my channel? That would be sick. Like I would love to interview you. I just really want to hear like your experience in Japan, like as a trans person and a foreigner. That would be fascinating. Like generally I want to hear your experiences. Yeah, so if you let me interview you, that would be great. My said, I'll be honest, I do feel like a lot of touristy Americans can be quite loud and dismissive about what they do. However, a lot of the Americans here are brilliant teachers and workers. Yeah, like honestly, not gonna lie, I won't be like, I don't have prejudices. I do, like, honestly, like, British people, we're not fans of the French. I'm not gonna lie, I have met a lot of dickhead French people in Japan. However, a lot of my really close friends are French. I met a lot of wonderful French people. So the problem isn't the fact that they're French. The problem is that people have preconceptions of people, and then just there are dickheads in every country. So there's also that. I didn't really like Americans at first when I moved here because Americans, like, they're quite direct. And it was very hard for me to get my opinion across when I first started hanging out with my American friends. But then I realized that that was also my fault, and I had to be better at explaining myself and be more direct. So now, like, most of my friends are American. Like, my best friend, Yumechi, she's American. So we all have our prejudices. I can't even say. We all need to learn, like no one's immune to propaganda. No one's immune to being prejudiced. So you also have to constantly evaluate, like, if you are in fact being prejudiced. Oh, here's me said, oh my god, that would be great. DM me and let's set this up. You can come to my house and I'll like interview you. It'll be sick. I would like that. Let's do it. Anytime. It's summer, so I'm gonna be at home a lot. So like anytime you wanna come over. Dory said, my for real, whenever the foreign alts hear American is coming, they always worry that what kind of American they will be. I think it doesn't help that Japan has the military base, and there's a lot of like weird military Americans. Like, not gonna lie, there's a lot of like really loud military Americans. And when I went to Okinawa, I saw a lot of like I saw like a lot of fights and stuff like that. Like, I saw these two women, American women, fighting in the car park of this shopping mall because apparently one of them slept with the other one's husband, which was very amusing, actually. I loved it. but I was like, wow, okay, this is something that Japanese people don't normally see, so I can see why they might possibly think that Americans are a little bit scary. My said, I feel so bad bringing up Americans all the time. You have no idea. They are lovely folks. It's just the ones I've seen here I don't quite understand. No, like, for real, like, I'm the same way, like, American people, even a lot of American people I know, don't always understand when they're being super loud, which is funny. So, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. And I also try to be, because, like, being here for 10 years, I don't want to be that kind of foreigner that looks down on other foreigners, because I hate that. If you're ever on, like, Gaijin Twitter, if there's a foreigner that's, like, naturalized citizen or have been here for a long time, a lot of the time they really look down on foreigners. And they look down on foreigners that don't speak Japanese, they look down on other foreigners that are English teachers, and it's really, really sad. So, like, I don't want to turn into that kind of foreigner. These are great. My chip-crusted fingers. I'm really living up to the neat Tenshikai white girl. The Japanese are actually afraid of those guys. They tell their kids, daughters mostly, not to go around the Americans. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the news, but there's been a lot of news recently about, like, military personnel in the base in Okinawa, and, like, a lot of, like, assaults that have happened, and some of them have happened on minors, and apparently, like, a lot of it has been, like, covered up. So, yeah, not looking good, honestly. It's not a good time. And the worst thing is, like, you know, like, Johnny Somali and, like, Logan Paul and, like, those annoying streamers really didn't help Japanese people's perceptions of Americans either. So I think it's a bad time. Like, I feel bad sometimes for my American friends, because when we meet Japanese people, they'll ask where we're from, and then they'll like, oh, American, and then I'll say I'm from the UK, and they're like, oh, wow, the UK, like, what? And, like, they're always, like, a little bit more interested in that. So, yeah, that's something to think about. My said, I often get mistaken for an army guy as I live in Yokosuka. Ah, Yokosuka! Do you have, like, a really nice western house? I heard that people that live in Yokosuka, they often have, like, really, really nice houses, like, very, very western style. I'm like, bro, some dumpy, bald-looking British twat. Oh my god, I love that. That's me. Dumpy, bald-looking British twat. I couldn't hold a pistol, let alone my sense of humor. Yeah, I guess that's one thing the British people have going for us, is that we're really, really funny, because if we didn't laugh, we would probably cry. We've learned from an early age to laugh about our trauma. Oh, Johnny Somali. I always try to block out his name. Yeah, I feel like that's set foreigners back, man. Like, I feel like we're always trying to, like, improve the, we're always trying to improve the perception that foreigners have in Japan. And we do be trying, but, like, people like Johnny Somali, Logan Paul, they really do set us back. And I know because there is a lot of tourists right now, it does look bad. But, like, they did a study, and there isn't actually that much tourism in Japan. It's just that everyone goes to Shibuya, Roppongi, and Kyoto. So it feels like there's a lot of tourists, but really they're just, like, in really concentrated areas. And again, that's up to the government to, like, educate people about where to go that's not friggin' Kyoto. And this is something I talked about before, but there is so many places that are way better than Kyoto, in my opinion. Like, Inuyama in Nagoya, Kamakura, places like that. And they deserve to get more tourism. But I think it's just, like, the general public just have to be a little bit more educated about it. And that's what I meant, like, about, because I tweeted that my idea for improving the economy is cutting the Shinkansen fee by like half, and that will encourage people to move like out more. Like I would if I could take the Shinkansen into Tokyo, I would consider moving to Nagano. Like there's a job I want to do in Nagano, and also like people do want to travel to all these places, but generally you need a car, which a lot of people don't have, and like tourists don't know how to rent a car in Japan, or you gotta take the Shinkansen, and the Shinkansen is pretty expensive. Yang said, especially around here, there have been some issues with the American ALTs. I worked with, when I first moved to Japan, I had some American ALT friends, and honestly, there were some freaking weirdos. Like, there was this guy who only ate bread. Like, that's the only thing he would eat, was bread. So he looked genuinely unwell, and it was a problem because part of a job as an assistant language teacher is you've got to eat with the kids. But he would only eat bread, so that he couldn't eat with the kids. So that was like a problem. There was this American Japanese guy. He was nice, but he was incredibly lonely. And then he started to say that he had like a crush on one of his middle school students, and that she was gonna wait for him. And I was like, bro, no. So we had to have a talk about that. But I've known some good teachers too. But there have been like a lot of weirdos. My said, I do eventually want to move to the city though, like Yokohama or Tokyo. Yokohama is nice. I went to Sapporo, Hakodate, and Sendai 2 months ago, and I was really glad to go. I really want to go to Sendai. I want to go to Akita. I want to go to Tottori, but I don't think that Shinkansen even goes to Tottori. I think you have to take like a plane. It is cheaper if you fly, but I really don't like flying. And I feel like just like going to all over to the airport and stuff is just like stressful. Alisa said, the Shinkansen is ridiculous, for real. For real, though! Like I want to go to Osaka, but it's like 14, 15, 16,000 yen one way. So that's 30,000 yen for like a day trip. And it's a shame because like when I went to Osaka last was before the pandemic. And I remember that the economy there wasn't good. And my friends who live in Osaka also said that the economy isn't very good. So, like, yeah, they could do with tourism, like domestic and foreign. And I feel like the price of the Shinkansen is hindering that. When I tweeted about this, I got so many angry messages from mostly, like, white guys in Japan. And they're like, oh, supply and demand, you don't know anything about economics. I'm like, bro, this is a non-issue. Like, Japan's main goal is like longevity and like the population. Like, if you cut the price of Shinkansen, I really honestly think that it would improve the population in the long run. Like, initially, maybe the train companies would lose out on money, but also, like, I feel like more people would use it because people want to take the Shinkansen. People love the Shinkansen. It's just fucking expensive is the problem. I had a crush on one of his middle school students. Yeah, I've met a few guys like that. I met like it's not just guys as well. Like I met like a girl, and she, like this woman. I'm not gonna say girl. She was a woman. She was like 30, and she was like had a crush on one of her high school kids. I'm like, bro, no, like that's a whole crime. And like I teach high school kids, and I have high school kid students now. They are whole children. Like they have like even like high school boys. They have like little rabbit pencil cases. Like all they talk about is like Splatoon or whatever. Like these are not grown adults. Like they might be tall and they might have deep voices, but that's not a man. That's not a man. And it's like, just go on Tinder. You don't need to be like skulking around your school to find a boyfriend. Disgusting behavior. My said, hey Bunny, could I be a pain and request an invite to your Discord? Yes. Let me go onto the Discord and invite you. I just learned how to do this. I complain about boomers, but I'm such a boomer. I met this guy who wanted my Instagram at the fashion event I went to, and he wanted to do it via QR code, and I just had like no idea. Okay, there's a link. It should work. Oki said, are we talking about Persona? Please stop the dating a teacher trope. Oh my god, that's so wild. I was thinking about Persona 5 today and how fucked up that was. Like, as a teacher who also wears like cute clothing sometimes, the whole thing just really, really grossed me out. In general, because like in the news in Japan, every week there will be like middle school or high school teacher did something inappropriate with student, or like it's always like a teacher and they'll find like another child somewhere and they'll do something. Clearly there is a problem with this happening in Japan, and I really think the anime isn't helping. Like anime and games, like they need to stop. They just need to stop making that kind of content, like for real. I get that like it is like a fantasy thing, like, oh, my teacher is attractive, but if they really want to go that hard, they can do it with like, I don't know, one of the students having a crush on their teacher. This is okay to explore, but then they confess to their teacher and their teacher says no. Like, this should be how it goes in every single scenario. I'm just sick, like, because like recently I tried to get back into anime, and there's just so many disgusting tropes. Like, I stopped watching anime for like a year because I just got bored with like knuckle dragging fan service, like girls falling over and their panties showing. That wasn't funny 30 years ago when they started doing it in anime, and it's not funny now. And I still cannot believe they're doing the same tropes. However, okay, actually, I did start watching this anime today, and it is great. Let me show you guys. It's called Akaneko Ramen, and let me show you the poster. It's sick. I think there's two episodes out of this anime. It looks like this. And it's about this woman, and she starts working at a ramen shop run by cats. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Shirokuma Cafe, like Polar Bear's Cafe. It's like slice of life. It's so great. It's relaxing. Please watch it. It's on Amazon Prime in Japan. It's called Akaneko Ramen. I don't know if it's going to be called Red Cat Ramen in Red Cat Noodles. I don't know how they're going to localize this. I feel like they'll probably keep it the same, but it's really, really good. And, oh my god, guys. So I was watching this while I was working, and I was just drawing. One of the side characters is Kiryu's voice actor from Yakuza. Like, I think his name's like Kuroda-san. I was like, my jaw dropped. I fell off the sofa. I can't believe they actually used him. So this anime is good. Please watch this. There's another anime that I want to watch, but the problem, yeah, again, like I keep seeing anime and the art's really, really cute, and I want to watch it. And I watched the first episode, and it's just like so mind-numbingly boring, like over sexualized, and I just can't handle the same kind of patterns anymore. I don't know, I feel like I've been watching anime for like 20 years. It just gets to a point where I just can't handle some fan service. Clazy said, is it okay to join the Discord, or do you want to keep it private? No, everyone can join. I was supposed to put it in the bio, but in the bio of this video I just wrote, please join the Discord. But everyone, please join the Discord. I do post like private stuff there. I post my designs and photos there also. So yeah, and our Discord is really, really fun. Everyone's really, really nice. And for people who are interested in moving to Japan, a lot of people in the Discord do live in Japan, and they give a lot of good advice. Oki said, I recommend Dungeon Meshi. It has none of those BS tropes. I really, really want to watch Dungeon Meshi. That's one thing I want to watch. It has old man panty shots. Okay, I'm in. No, Dungeon Meshi is actually on my list. I've been a bit too busy recently to watch anime, but I want to watch Dungeon Meshi and Golden Kamui. I don't know how it's called, but I think it's set in Hokkaido. I want to watch those two. So yeah, I watched that. It's a shame because like generally there are like a lot of anime that I like, and like even like recommending anime to people is so embarrassing. People are like, oh, is there any good anime? I'm like, oh yeah, I like this anime, but oh yeah, episode 4 there's like like this is really gratuitous, gross assault scene, so maybe just skip that. Also on episode 7 someone performs a sexual act on like a dog, but just like skip that part. It's like I'm sick of like recommending anime to people like this. It's like, and it's like normal ass anime. I'm so mad because I wanted to like Oshinoko so badly, and it ended up just being like most anime, I feel like, and it's like the mangaka's thinly veiled fetish. Like he had a fetish for like breast milk drinking, being born, I feel like, and of course like he's a pedo as well. So it just like, it's so disappointing. I'm just so sick of seeing it. I'm watching the Shika one. Is that what it's called? The one about the deer girl. I watched the first episode of that, and it seemed interesting. So yeah. Golden Kamuy is awesome. Yeah, there's also a movie of that. So that's one thing. That's what I want to do. And now it's summer. I'm gonna stay inside more, so I want to watch more anime. Generally, just because like I've only been watching like Western stuff for this last year. I feel like my Japanese is definitely took a hit. I've been just watching like The Boys and stuff like that. This is why Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kun is great. The artist is so talented. Too bad the author is a freak. Oh, that's so funny. That's what I mean. Like, I liked, what was that? That Samurai Yatsu. Rurouni Kenshin. I really like Rurouni Kenshin. I watched all the movies. I'm like, yeah, and it wasn't like weird and sexual at all. That mangaka ended up being like a prolific pedophile. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like, you never know. Oshinoko more like Oshinoko at this point. I know. It's so sad because like it ended up like, it was weird at the start because he was like attracted to like a minor, and then it was like weird with like him being birthed by her, and then there was the breast milk scene, and now it's like him and his sister might get it on. I don't know, it's just too much. Like, it's too much for me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm like a boomer now. I feel like it's just too much for me. Like, I'm open-minded, okay? But Jesus Christ, some things should not be seen. It's not even like I don't think people should watch this and I'm like against it. It's just I personally don't want to fucking see that with my own eyes. Like, you can do what you guys want, but I'm not watching it. And you learn so much about Ainu culture. That's why I wanted to watch Golden Kamuy, because I'm really interested in Ainu culture. When I went to Hokkaido, I went to that little Ainu village, and that was pretty sick. I used to love the concept of isekai, but it's evident after watching several that it's more likely than not to be a power fantasy story about fat old guy turning into OP teen with 5 girlfriends. Oh my god, you are so correct. No, but like that was my problem, because actually like I watched Mushoku Tensei, in English, what is it called? Jobless Reincarnation or something. And it's a shame because they did fantasy like really, really well. Like actually the way they did fantasy, because I know like Japanese, it's hard for like Japanese artists or creators to make like accurate Western fantasy, but they did a really good job. And they just ruined it with all this like it's like the magic system is great. Oh, new subscriber, thank you. The magic system is so good and interesting. A lot of things in Mushoku Tensei, like the world building, great, and like how you watch him gain his power is amazing. But then it's just like this knuckle dragging, him like fapping it over his teacher's panties, him making like figures with big boobs and stuff like that. It's just like too much. Like, and like obviously him having sex with someone who's a minor when he himself is an adult. It's just like stuff like that is just too much. Like, I don't know, like I feel like past, like I've seen a lot of anime that was like problematic, but that was in like the early 2000s. I feel like 2024 they should know better by now, and like I don't know, I'm just sick of seeing this kind of shit. And it's a shame because again, I'm not saying it's all bad. Like I generally there are parts of Mushoku Tensei that I really really liked, and that's why it was disappointing. And then I think the first 2 seasons were pretty good, apart from the gross sex stuff. But like the last season, or the one before this, was all about him having an ED, like erectile dysfunction. It was really weird about his penis not working. It's just, again, just like, why? Joshua said, the magic in Mushoku Tensei seems so good for real. Yeah, the magic system was great, and like you see him go from small to like really big. And there was that whole sub-story about his dad getting their maid pregnant. It was just like stuff like that. It's just, again, like someone's fucked up fetish. Oki said, my recommendation for a non-usual anime is always Kaiji, the one that inspired Squid Game. I watched Kaiji, the movie, the live-action movie. I think there's a bunch of them. I watched those, and they were pretty good, actually. Alisa said, not touching the anime, couldn't pay me. Yeah, I feel like it didn't used to bother me as much, but as I got older and as I've, maybe because I'm living in Japan and I'm just getting like bombarded with it, but like over sexualization, it's not even like, it's not like I'm offended by it. I'm bored of seeing it. Like, I feel like it's the same way now, like after the app Nikke with like, I don't know, like shooting, it's like a shooting game, right? And all the characters are super sexy, and the whole draw is that their boobs jiggle a lot and their butts jiggle. And it was like a novelty at the time, and like it's super like grossly oversized sexualization, and I don't mind it, and I like a lot of the character designs actually. Like I would like to cosplay one of the characters, they're really really cute. But like now a lot of games are coming out are just carbon copies of Nikke, and now it seems like, particularly recently, a lot of games with female characters, they all just have giant boobs that jiggle a lot, and it's boring after a while. And you can tell because like there's always like gamer discourse, and like if there's a female character and she doesn't have like giant jiggly boobs, men get really mad about it. So I just feel like we as a like society, we are regressing. My said, yeah, he would play Nikke, right? No, I don't have a problem with Nikke, honestly. Like, I think it's cute. I think it's a bit much. I like a lot of the costumes, but I don't think that every game should be like Nikke, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not against it. I just think that not everything should be like that. Because Nikke is cool. David said, do people watch this weird stuff because they're into it or because it's a weird novelty? I feel like for Western fans, we do really enjoy anime. And actually, generally too, like, people really, really enjoy anime. And you kind of just, like, have to ignore those gross parts. There are people who generally find that stuff funny or into it. But, like, for the majority, most people just kind of, like, filter those parts out. Yeah, I don't know, because, like, I guess anime is, like, targeted at teenagers. So I guess maybe people who are teenagers maybe find this kind of stuff more funny. And because, like, again, a lot of the anime is targeting the new generation of anime fans. And they maybe, if they see a panty shot, it might be kind of new for them, right? So that for them, maybe it's still novelty. But for me, who's seen 20 years of anime girls falling over and their skirts blowing up, sick of it. Alisa said, Nikke kind of made me feel ill. The graphics I didn't like. The gameplay was fun. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of on the fence. Because, like, I do like a lot. The designs in Nikke are great. Like, honestly. But I feel like sexualizing women to the point where they don't even look human anymore. And they're just, like, giant, jiggly mounds. I feel like there's a problem there. And I feel like that's the problem as well with Nikke, is that it sparked a lot of games copying it. and I just hope that like in the future, like not every like female character isn't gonna look like that. Sarah said, a lot of the sexual stuff in these things is so weirdly juvenile too. Yeah, that's my issue with it, because there's an anime I want to watch, and I want to cosplay the character, and it has one episode out, I think, so I'm going to watch it probably tomorrow. It's not like a Nitengo Jigen something, 2.5 dimension seduction. I don't know what it's called. It's about it's about like a cosplay club at school, and so it's about a girl that cosplays, right? It's kind of like, it's basically a rip-off of my dress up doll, and I really want to cosplay because it's like really Tenchikai, and I really want to cosplay the main character. And I looked at the trailer and it looked fun. It's like, you know, again, it's like a little bit sexual because it's like this tension between the main character and her, but then there's this part where like she trips and he catches her, and like he touches her boob and her skirt flies up, and it's like, I feel like I've seen this 10,000 times. Please mix anything, like if you I will watch something where her skirt comes up, but do it in like a different way, because I feel like it reminds me of like in England we have like these films that like the Carry On films, really super old, and it was just had full of dumb sexual jokes, and like women, like a woman would go like that, and like her top would fall off and her boobs would fall out, or like she'd fall over and like you'd see her, but like they would be creative with it, like more stuff would happen. But I feel like I've seen the same friggin' joke thousands of times, and it's boring. Bored of it. All here's been said, games like Nikkei provide a lot for the cosplay communities, I'm sure. Yeah, a lot like Genshin as well. I feel like they're designed for people to cosplay, which is kind of cool. Again, I would like to cosplay a character from Nikkei. I think that some of them are quite cute. I generally don't cosplay stuff unless I'm really into it, so I would have to download the game, but I don't know, like I'm not again, like I really like sexy characters. I just think that like when every single character in your game has like giant titties that are jiggling and their bums jiggling, I just think it's too much. And like for me, like sexual stuff is more sexual if there's like, you know, like less is more. If you watch a horror movie and it's just 2 hours of monsters, it's not really that scary. But then if you see one where like a couple of times something unhinged happens, is more scary. And I think it's the same for sexual stuff. When it's just constantly boobs jiggling, I just feel like you get kind of like desensitized to it. Joshua said, as a game dev, it is my job to fill this gap in the market. Godspeed. Odd tangent, but I saw an advert on Craigslist about a femboy hooches in Yokosuka. I posted that on my Twitter as well. Generally don't know if it was real or not. It is real, because I did mail them, and it does exist. So maybe I want to go there. I want to see what it's like. Apparently it's open now, so, and it's in Yokosuka. Aisa said, I think I don't like jiggling in any form. It's not for me. Oh my god, so like my my VTuber, I got her rigged. Someone sent her to someone else to get rigged. She came back and the rigging's pretty good, like the face, like her eyes move, her mouth moves and everything. Fine. But I've noticed the boobs are very well rigged. It seems like the rigger who did my VTuber spent like 70% of their rigging time was spent on the breasts of my model. I'm like, you really didn't have to go that hard. Amy said, not to change the subject, but I got this ball jointed doll that looks exactly like you. Oh my god, wait, I think I know which one it is. Kikagood's doll, Amy. I think, because I mailed them to send it to me, but they didn't have it at that time. I think I know which one it is. And I want to buy it. I want to buy the same one. If you're in the Discord, can you post a picture of the doll in our Discord? Let me Google this. Kikagood's doll, Amy. not the one, but this is hella cute. Oh my god, I want this. Yeah. Oh, she's cute. I love her. I want to get elf ears soon. Okay, that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to go on Amazon. I'm going to order myself some elf ears. I promise you, I normally look way cuter than this, but I did not wash my hair in a while, and I've been working for like days straight, so I'm exhausted. Alki said, tasteful sexiness versus blatant hypersexualization. I think that's it. Like, the hypersexualization just bores me, and I think it bores a lot of people. Like, we've seen this. It's like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But like, okay, you know, like AV, like in porn, right? If you watch a porn, you don't watch a porn where it's like you start it and it's just two people having sex, and then that's it. There's always like a little bit of story, a little like there's like a build up or like stuff like that. It's just like, I think that's what they're missing. Joshua said, please make a video about the femboy hooters. That's not a bad idea, actually. I didn't consider that. Would they be okay with that? Maybe I'll mail them and ask them. Who wants to be in my femboy hooters video? we can do a meetup at femboy hooters. What is like a femboy? I don't even understand. Okay, is a femboy just a feminine looking boy? I don't know what it is. I'm incredibly open to this idea though. Sounds like my type. Alisa said, oh my god, VTubers have such bouncy boobs. Yeah, mine's really bouncy. I didn't want it to be that bouncy. I asked my friend who designed my VTuber to not make the boobs that big, and they're giant. And I said, I told you not to make the boobs that big. And then he's like, what do you mean? They're not that big, but they're giant. They're big old boobies. Oki said, the only good jiggle physics are Mario's nose jiggle physics. You are so right. I know exactly what you mean. I remember, oh my god, when we were all playing Baldur's Gate 3, do you remember? Because my character was a femme with a giant dick, and then Baldur's Gate released a patch where they added jiggle physics to the dicks and balls. So immediately, I like ran home and got on Baldur's Gate to see if my dick jiggled, and it did. All Hears Me said, yes, watching porn for the plot. I do like a plot. What can I say? Like, I want, like, you know, a beginning, middle, end, a villain, a heist, an Academy Award. You know, I want a little, give me something. Alisa said, it's tough being ace in this world, not even kidding. No, I feel you though, because like, I get kind of like overwhelmed with sexual, particularly being on Twitter. Remember, I think it's better now, but remember when you couldn't tweet anything without someone posting a picture of their actual pussy and butthole? That was a wild time. I get like exhausted from it even. And living in Japan where there is a lot of like porn stuff everywhere is a bit much. Olga said, I wonder if sexualization is like the alcohol percentage in drinks. 5% sexualization. My said, sure, I'd be down. Live in Yokosuka anyways. Okay, guys, you heard it here first, lads. We're gonna have a meetup at Femboy Hooters. Not my idea. All Hears Me said, also I might apply, but the label boy no longer applies to me. Yeah, you're just a femme. All Hears Me, a little bit of context for why on earth these people are getting it on. Man, I don't know. Turns out there was only femme. Yeah, no boy, only femme. Just work at regular Hooters. Yeah, just work at regular Hooters. There used to be a Hooters in Shibuya, but it closed down. I should have worked there. I wonder if they do visas. Probably not. I did actually, okay, this is not my proudest moment, but I did mail Femboy Hooters and I asked if they did visas, and they, not for me, and they said that they do not offer visas. So if you were planning to work at Femboy Hooters, be aware that they do not provide visas. However, if you are a student or you're on working holiday, you can work at Femboy Hooters. So, yeah, knock yourself out. I want to work at Femboy Hooters. Oh. I really want to work at a con cafe, but my visa doesn't support it. When I get permanent residency, maybe. But then maybe I would have aged out. Joshua said, no, I can't get a Femboy Hooters visa. Can you imagine if your visa said Femboy? The visa type was Femboy. They should give special Femboy visas. That would be great. Mai said, I'm afraid I must go now. It's been a delight talking to you all again. Yes, we miss you and we love you too. Please come in the Discord. And I wish you a lovely rest of the stream. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done now anyways. It's been a fun time, but I need to take a shower. My room does not have aircon, so I'm very sweaty. Alisa said, do they not serve alcohol? Yeah, I think they, I don't know, maybe, because I'm not sure if how visas work, but I don't think, like, I can't work somewhere that serves alcohol. Darby said, message redacted. Is that like something about you wanting to work at Femboy Hooters? Uu said, there's a Femboy at work, looks just like my type. Pale skin and jet black hair. Both our types, sick, okay. Tell them Capsule Money said hi. Need the funding for who to knock us first. Okay, this may be very insensitive, but if you're gonna get like a boob job, are you gonna go all out and get like giant knockers, like absolute giant milkers? I'm just curious. Darby said, well, good news, you're still getting ads. Yay. Ads are good, because we talked about Donald Trump getting assassinated, so this is definitely gonna get demonetized. Kaya said, hi Capsule Bunny, can we draw you? You're super cute. Yes, please. I would love you to draw me. I look hideous now because I've been at work for like 3 days straight and I haven't showered, but please take some of my pictures from my Instagram and draw me. That would make me very, very happy. I love it when people draw me. Draw me like one of your French girls. Clarity said, AC is a must for me. I can't sleep when it's too humid or hot. Yeah, luckily my bedroom has one, but the freaking gaming room does not have one. I'm dying. You gotta work upsizes or the skin can have bad stretch results. That makes sense. So yeah, maybe don't start from like G's. Anyway guys, I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. Thank you for coming to my stream. We'll stream again real soon. I had so much fun talking with you guys. We covered really important topics today, like bugs, assassinations, and Femboy Hooters. So yeah, night guys. Have a very good evening and a very good night, and see you in the next one. Bye!